What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about NNDM. We got some great news this morning for this company. The stock is reacting super well. At the current time that I am recording this video, the stock is up about 16%. We just got their earnings report this morning, which we have been anticipating a lot on this channel. Now, we actually got some great news out of this earnings report that we definitely need to talk about. There's two game-changing pieces of news that are going to send this stock going much higher throughout the rest of 2021. So before we get into all of that information, if you guys would like to receive 2 free stocks from Webull valued up to $1,800 with just a $100 deposit into your brokerage account, make sure you go down and check out that link in my description. That is going to give you access to these 2 free stocks. I'm also going to pin the link in my pinned comment. And if you guys enjoy the information I provide for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, and make sure you turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So we've seen Nano Dimension on a steep downtrend over the past month. Now, a lot of the hyper growth stocks that we've been talking about on this channel have been hit the hardest, and we saw Nano Dimension get hit a lot harder than a lot of these other stocks. We saw more than a 50% decline in share price, and if you are a long-term Nano Dimension investor, this was the perfect time to add to your position. We never thought that we were going to see Nano Dimension even under $15 anytime soon when the stock was trading in the $17 range, but this dip right here was an absolutely golden opportunity to buy more, in my opinion. So let's get into some of the numbers that Nano Dimension reported, and then we're going to get into some of the key things that the CEO of Nano Dimension has said. Now, he's been very good at pumping up the company in the interviews that he's had by providing some really great information to shareholders. So that is definitely something we need to keep a lookout for in this earnings report and in the future. So we can see that Nano Dimension reported revenues of $1.971 million for the fourth quarter of 2020 and about $3.4 million for the full year of 2020. And the company ended the fourth quarter of 2020 with about $670 million in cash and bank deposits, while total loss for the fourth quarter was about $17.5 million. Now, we know as of now, NNDM's cash balance is about $1.5 billion, which is basically going to be used solely for acquisition purposes. If we move down a bit further, we can see some of the statements that Yoav Stern actually gave us. So we ended 2020 with a strong balance sheet and $671 million in cash and bank deposits, thanks to the equity offerings we concluded during the year, and we have strengthened it even more to a balance of nearly $1.5 billion as of the end of February 2021. So this was actually the CFO's comments, not the CEO's. We recognized revenues of $3.4 million, which is lower than last year due to the effect of the pandemic, but a lot better than we originally expected. The CEO of Nano Dimension came out and said that he expected that revenues could be close to zero due to the fact that there were a lot less capital expenditures from the companies that would typically be buying the Dragonfly LDM 3D printer. Coming down a little bit further, there's some other information that we could take a look at, but it's not really as important as the overall sales and EPS numbers. So in total, Nano Dimension missed on the EPS numbers, but they beat on revenue. Now, earlier this morning, we did see Nano Dimension start selling off, but once the conference call was completed, we saw NNDM go on an absolutely massive bull run, and we are up at the current time about 15%. So here are some of the things that the CEO of Nano Dimension has said that are really sending the stock higher today. So he was asked a direct question during the conference call: do you have enough cash? So the CEO responded to this: we have enough cash and we don't need any more. That is the most important part. A lot of investors have been kind of put off from NNDM over the past couple of months due to the massive amount of share offerings that NNDM has been engaging in. And a lot of these have been dilutive share offerings. And typically investors do not like that, especially when we haven't seen a lot out of NNDM for actually the purpose of these funds. We know they are going to be using them for acquisitions, but we haven't seen any acquisition targets specifically as of yet. But the fact that the CEO has said that they don't really need any more cash for their goals is a very good sign to investors, and that means that they are not planning on doing any more share offerings in the near future, which is very bullish for the rest of 2021. The next question that I want to go over that the CEO was asked about, we've been talking about this concept for a couple of weeks on this channel. As you guys know, there is a worldwide semiconductor shortage, and I've been saying that it is possible but not probable that NNDM is going to be engaging in helping out with this worldwide semiconductor shortage. In the industry that has been hit basically the hardest has been the auto manufacturer industry, and the CEO of Nano Dimension was asked, are you working with any auto manufacturers at the current time? And this was insinuating a response to the semiconductor shortage. And the CEO has said, yes, we are, but we cannot give any updates on this right now. These agreements and partnerships will be announced later. So that is going to be a very important piece of news that we need to keep a lookout for NNDM. Now, Nano Dimension's Dragonfly LDM 3D printer is not able to mass produce 3D printed electric circuitry as of yet, and Nano Dimension is working on actually mass producing the Dragonfly LDM system themselves. So they've only sold about 60 of these printers worldwide, and we are seeing some government funding come in the United States, so it is possible that Nano Dimension is going to be receiving some government funding to help out with this $60 billion global chip shortage. But Nano Dimension's Dragonfly LDM system is mainly for research and development purposes, and it really shortens the time to market for companies trying to get their products out into the marketplace. Now, one of the reasons why Nano Dimension fell so sharply in the pre-market trading period was that the CEO didn't give any revenue guidance. He said that they are still feeling the effects of the pandemic on their business, and some people were asking the question, if you think that your manufacturers are going to be shut down, wouldn't it be better to buy these Dragonfly LDM 3D printers to help keep your business afloat? And this isn't really the case because of what I said before about the Dragonfly LDM system being mainly for research and development purchases right now. We also got some news about the acquisitions that Nano Dimension is going to be engaging in, and they are looking for companies based in Europe. So they're focusing on the actual manufacturing side of the acquisition, and the CEO was asked if he was planning on buying a full company or just a part of a company. Now, he responded with, we are definitely looking to buy an entire company, and not only that, they're looking to buy multiple companies. Now, if you have watched a couple of my other previous Nano Dimension videos, we've talked about the two kinds of companies that Nano Dimension is looking to acquire. They're looking to buy basically a distribution chain, and they are looking to buy companies that can help them with the technology that goes into the Dragonfly LDM product and get it to where it needs to be. So they have a pretty interesting track that they want to send the Dragonfly LDM on. The next generation of the Dragonfly LDM is supposed to be coming out towards the end of 2021, but at the current time, the market for these printers is still pretty low, and that is why the CEO was unable to give revenue guidance. So in a brief summary, the market has reacted very bullishly and very positively to Nano Dimension's earnings report, and that to me is a very good sign. We were talking about Nano Dimension's earnings over the past couple of weeks, and I said that the most important part that we need to keep a lookout for is the guidance that the company gives in the CEO's statements, and that is exactly what is sending the stock higher. It is not the revenue that they put out or the EPS numbers, because those were honestly pretty weak, but they were better than expected because of the different constraints that the pandemic has put on their business. But Nano Dimension is set up to have an unbelievable 2021 2021. They have a lot of cash. They are working with auto manufacturers, so we are going to see some news come out about that over the next couple of months, I believe. So that is going to be it for this update on Nano Dimension. Again, if you guys would like to receive 2 free stocks from Webull, valued up to over $1,800, make sure you guys click on that Webull link that I have down in the description and in the pinned comment so you guys can set up your account and deposit $100 into the brokerage. And if you guys enjoyed the information I provided for you about Nano Dimension's earnings in this video, make sure you guys go down and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a really profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.